Hi everyone, this is Maitri. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Now I am here to explain a small topic in microcontroller. The topic name is pin diagram of 8051 microcontroller. Introduction to 8051 microcontroller pin diagram. As shown in the figure, the pin diagram have 40 pins. The 8051 microcontroller is a popular 8-bit microcontroller with a 40-pin dual inline package DIP called DIP. Understanding the pin diagram is essential for interfacing the external components, peripheral and programming the microcontroller. Means the 8051 microcontroller has total number of 40 pins. These pins are survive various functions such as data transfer, control signals, and a power supply. Understanding the pin diagram is crucial for designing and interfacing with 8051 microcontroller. The pin diagram of a 8051 microcontroller consists of multiple pins with specific function. Power supply pins. VCC represents for pin 40 provides the supply voltage for microcontroller typically between 4.5 volts to 5.5 volts. Ground pin 20 is ground pin that completes the circuit and provides the reference voltage for microcontroller. 8051 microcontroller requires a stable power supply to function properly and prevents the damage. VCC pin 40 provides the 5 volts power supply to microcontroller. Decoupling capacitor are typically connected between VCC and ground to stabilize the power supply. Each port consists of 8 pins. There are 4 ports: port 0, port 1, port 2, port 3 as shown in the figure. Port and control pins. Port 0 P of 0 minus pins 32 to 39 is an 8-bit bidirectional input-output used for interfacing with external device as shown in the figure. Port 1 P1 minus pins 1 to 8 also an 8-bit bidirectional input-output port that can be used for various purposes. Control pins like EA pin 31, RST pin 9 and PSEN pin 29 have specific functions related to program execution and memory interfacing. Port 8051 microcontroller as each port consists of 8 pins that can be configured as they either input or output. Port pin can be used for interfacing with external devices such as sensors, display and input device. Timer and counter pins. Timer 0T0 pin 18 and 19 is an 8-bit timer or counter used for various timing functions. Time 1 T1 minus pins 21 and 22 is another 16-bit timer or counter with multiple modes of operation. This the 8051 microcontroller timer and the counter are crucial for time-sensitive applications and generating press delay. The 8051 microcontroller has 16-bit address bus AD0 minus AD15 for addressing the memory and input-output device. The IP data bus D0 to D7 is used for data transfer between the microcontroller and external device. The address and data bus play a crucial role in a memory map input-output and interfacing with peripherals. Serial communication pins RxD pin 10 and TxD pin 11 are serial communication pins used for asynchronous serial communication. As shown in figure, FTDIS RS232 serial modules with 3 LEDs indicates the have 3 LEDs indicates the TXD RxD LED power. The A051 microcontroller supports UART communication for interfacing with other devices like sensors, displays, and modules. Pro- Proper configuration for serial communication pins is necessary for establishing realizable data transformation. Interrupt pins int 0, pin 12, and int 1, pin 13 are external interrupt pins that can trigger interrupts based on external events. The 8051 microcontroller supports both hardware and software interrupts for handling critical tasks and events. Understanding the interrupt pin and their configuration is essential for implementing the interrupt driven programming. The 8051 microcontroller generates various control signals such as RD, WR, ALE, PSEN, and int0. External interrupts. 8051 has two external interrupts, int0 and int1, tied to external pins int0 and int1. Activation of external interrupts. 8051 external interrupt activated in one of the two ways, level triggered and edge triggered. Oscillator pin. XTAL1 pin 18 and XTAL2 pin 19 are oscillator pins used for connecting an external critical for clock generation. The 8051 microcontroller requires an accurate clock signals for proper operation and timing control. The selection of critical frequency and proper connection of oscillator are crucial for microcontroller's performance. The signal control and data transfer, memory access, and interrupt handling operation of a microcontroller. Understanding and managing the mi- control signals is essential for proper operation of 8051 microcontroller. Special function register SFR pins. SFR like PCON, TCON, TMOD, and SSF SBUF are assessed through the specific pins for controlling the various functions of microcontroller. Understanding the SFR pins and their corresponding register to essential for programming and configuring 8051 microcontroller. The SFR pin play a crucial role in controlling peripheral timer interrupts and the other advanced features for microcontroller. The 8051 microcontroller supports two external interrupts, int0 and int1. The external interrupts can be used for trigger specific actions in response to external events. The proper configuration of external interrupts is important for real-time applications and event-driven programming. As shown in the figure, tabular column, special function register names. A register or accumulator, B register data pointer high order register, data pointer low order register, interrupt enable register, interrupt priority register, port 0, port 1, port 2, port 3, power control register, program status word, serial port control register, serial port data buffer, stack pointer, timer or counter mode control register, timer or counter control register, timer 0 low order register, timer 0 high order register, timer 1 low order register, timer 1 high order register. Conclusion. The pin diagram of 8051 provides a detailed overview of various pins and their functions. Proper understanding and utilization of pin diagram are essential for interfacing external components, peripheral, and programming the microcontroller. By following pin diagram specification and guidelines, developer can efficiently design and implement projects using the 8051 microcontroller. As shown in the figure, it represents the microcontroller 8051 architecture and block diagram. External interrupts first way, interrupt control, CPU oscillator. I- Interrupt control provides 4K byte ROM, 128 RAM, counter input, Timer 1, timer 0, bus control input output port address data, last bus control. Microcontroller 8051 architecture shows like this. That's all about this topic. Thank you.